day one, take two of me getting back out here and sharing my story. I flirted with the idea of doing this 100-day challenge, and if I'm being very honest, it terrifies me. Not from the thought of like getting in front of the camera and doing it, because I feel like once I'm here, once I've gotten myself here, everything is fine. But I think that a lot of times I get in my head, and if you're anything like me, I am a chronic overthinker. However, I think that I've come to a place where I'm tired of my dreams being things that are just in my head. And I feel like I've just been saying that over and over and over again. And I really want to see something different. They said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing but expecting a different result. Faith without works is dead. Like, there's so many of these scriptures or quotes that I've heard in my lifetime that makes sense to insert right here to explain the frustration that I felt, the confusion that I felt, with having a vision that is so vast and just so like, okay, God, this is cool. But then when I open my eyes and see the reality of what's around me, I'm frustrated by the gap that exists between the two. Um, and I know that one of those steps is showing up here consistently, um, and being more comfortable with being vulnerable here, knowing that there's so many dreams and visions of what I want, other platforms and other things, and wanting to tell people stories and all of these things. But I can't tell anybody's stories in the way that I really want to do it if I'm not first comfortable telling my own. So, hi, my name is Mary. I'm a 31-year-old living here in Tulsa, and I am on a journey of becoming everything that God said I could be. I don't want to leave any stone, any talent unturned anymore. I've come to a place in my life where I am frustrated with the ordinary. And there's lessons, and I'm grateful for the things that God teaches us in the ordinary. But I'm frustrated by living beneath what I know God has destined me to do, and how He has called me to lead and live and love here in this world. And so this is going to be a journey of taking me step by step, faith steps to walk this thing out. There's just so many cool things that are happening in my life. And if no one ever comes across this channel or these videos, I think that this is going to be a cool place for me to document what's going to happen over the next few years. Whether it's my fitness journey, whether it's the things that are happening in school, whether it's my faith journey. Like, there's just so many things that are happening in the world and so many things that I'm learning that I just think it would be cool to be able to document this journey and invite others to come along in the process. This is the season of our lives where we could settle and we can shrink, and we can lay those dreams that we've had since our childhood years, on the shelf and say, I missed my opportunity. But there's so many countless examples from Hollywood or from whatever industry you're thinking about of people who succeeded later in life. And if that dream is still something that keeps you up at night, and I know for me, telling stories has been something that I have countless nights where I didn't get any sleep because that's what I was thinking about. If you're anything like me, you've got to take a step forward. We can't be 88 and saying, I wish I would have started sooner. I'm already saying that now at 31. I don't want you to say that anymore, and I don't want that to be my story anymore. And so we're taking a step. As nervous as what it is, and I think what brings me so much like anxiety, I don't even want to claim it as anxiety or hesitation, let's say that, towards starting with this is that I want to have it all planned out exactly what I'm going to say for the entire mission and journey. However, that's not how it works. if I think about the journey that I've been on with the juice business that God has blessed me with, September will make 2 years that I have officially been in business. Yo, that's crazy. Wow. September will make 2 years that I've officially been in business. And yes, when it started, I had a couple ideas of like, oh, it would be nice to do this, and it would be nice to do that, and this is the timeline that and none of those, like, absolutely none of those things have happened in the timeline with which I thought that they were going to happen. However, what has happened every single time is that people enjoy the product, that people, I get to have great conversations with my community, that I get to have fun whenever I juice, that I get to express my creativity in a new way. I get to learn something different. I get to push my faith to show up. And so, in the same way that with my juice business, that I haven't had a full bullet point by bullet point, it doesn't go according to plan for that. I have to apply that same faith, take those same tools from that area of my life and apply it here to this space. I know what I dream for this to be, and I only hope that's a fraction of what God allows this to be, and in alignment with what He wants. But I want this to be a space where vulnerability is welcomed, the journey, the progression along the journey is celebrated, um, and community is welcomed here. It's still a fun little Easter egg project that um, is going to be fun to see along the way. Like how many people that like truly know me find out about it along the journey. However, I am excited for what's to come. Like I've watched so many people build platforms and build YouTube channels and Instagram pages and this and that. And I've had so many ideas of talking points and storylines and things of stuff to say and or conversations that I would like to have in a public sector. Um, but I just was like, maybe not me. But why not me? Why not me? Like when I think about those childhood dreams, there's this consistent childhood dream. Every time I get back, oh man, every time I get back in front of this camera and I start working on this again, I think about a very specific childhood dream that flashes and I get reminded of. I used to see myself interviewing celebrities. And not just in no like fluffy, oh my gosh, what's your favorite track on the album? No, 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 no. No, no, no. We were having real vulnerable conversations. We were processing and understanding the meaning behind the lyrics. We were helping people walk through and that were in similar situations for what they were going through. And it was just a very cool thing to think that like as a kid I thought about that. As a kid I loved the idea of radio and the interviews and how celebrities would come and be able to share about the heart behind their projects in that environment. But I want to do that for everyday people. Because every single one of us has a story and it's worth sharing. But this first chapter, this first phase of the mission and of the dream, it starts with me telling my story. So, welcome to my journey of being comfortable with sharing my story, of being comfortable being a beginner, of being comfortable putting myself out there in a new way, and trusting the process along the way. I'm so excited that you're here, and I can't wait to grow this thing with you. Until next time, peace.